and welcome. If you are here, it means that you are interested in starting your new journey with geode art, and I'm so excited for you. I'm here to give you the full blueprint on how to not get overwhelmed, how to organize your space, how to not break the bank in the process, and how you can make it work with the family, kids, and the work that you're like full-time job that you're having, right? Because so many of us are so busy and it's starting to be like very overwhelming. It's one thing to watch all of those videos and creators and tutorials on YouTube or social media and get excited about pouring yourself, but then it's like, wait, where do I even start? So I'm here to help you, I'm here to guide you, and I'm here to tell you like you can do this. You don't have to question your skills at this moment. You don't have to question your space, your time, budget. You will get everything that you need from start to finish to kickstart your art, geode art resin journey. And first of all, I want to cover a couple of topics here in the video, and then at the end of the video and in the description, I will talk a little bit more about the PDF guide that I prepared for you guys, and it's free. It's just you have to go to my page, subscribe, and get the guide, the details how to download your guide, your free guide, directly to your mailbox, and you can work with it on your own piece, and you will have all of the information in there as well. So let's talk first about all of our limited beliefs that you are having before we start pouring and before we even start something new, right? Because every time that you get excited, that you're resonating with something and you get excited about new project and you want to bring some change in your life, then the next minute you are thinking like, oh my god, how I even do that? And all of those limited beliefs are showing up. And I'm gonna tell you right now that I was doing resin art without proper art space and studio and dedicated room is like already now 3 years. And I made this work with small project and big project and commissions, and even creating those videos and tutorial for you. It's how bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, I'm here to help you. So don't think about the space. If you pour resin, geode resin art projects, I'm having a list of full 15 steps. I'm gonna talk about it in the next video, but if you want to get right to the chase, you will get these 15 steps in the free PDF as well. And there's so many of them that only 2 of them require, or maybe 3 sometimes, require to have a like room dedicated for the poor and empty, where no pets, no kids are allowed for 12 hours. But then you can use the room for different things, right? It's only important to have this space for the resin for 12 hours, and that's it. And it's better to do it still at home because resin is very sensitive to temperatures and humidity, so there shouldn't be any like extreme shifts in temperature. Like at night the temperature is really going down, and it's not very good for the curing process. So if you want to have very nice high-end results, it's very important that you do it in a stable temperature and in the space that it's dust free, right? And I also give you all of the tips about how you can actually prepare your space, which room you should choose, how to prepare it before, what to do to not ruin your floor and everything around with resin. Because remember that resin is sticking to all of the surfaces except of the plastic and silicone, so it's very, very important that you protect the space that you are pouring the resin in. And also it's very, very important to protect yourself, because during the time when resin is curing, it's not safe to inhale it, and it's not safe to also touch it with your bare skin. So those are very important situation and information that you need to remember about, but it's nothing really super advanced and overwhelming. There's nothing that you cannot do, right? And it's so easy if you have the proper guidance. So preparing your space, which room to choose, how to protect it, very important situation is that you have to have a proper leveled surface. So you need to choose if you're gonna pour on storage containers, which I'm choosing very often. I'm putting them on the floor on top of the drip cloth, and I'm pouring on those storage containers because it's so easy to move them and to remove them, and I don't have to have like a very good table that is constantly, you know, ready for me there and standing, and it's dedicated for the art stuff. And I also don't worry about ruining any of my furnitures because I'm covering the floor with plastic drip cloth, and then I'm putting the storage containers and I'm pouring on top of that. And I'm always checking the level because this is something very important when you want to start working with resin. And it doesn't matter if it's gonna be geode resin art or any other resin art, the leveled surface is very, very important. So those are the some of the things that you need to think about. But this is also what is very important, is that so many brands are showing you dozens of resin products, right? There are drizzles and cracks and glitters and different colorants, from paste to mica powders. And at some point, it's getting a little bit overwhelming. Like, which brand should I choose? Because I'm an advocate for quality over quantity. So I work with the brands that I trust, and I also want to be sure that um, I'm choosing high quality product, because you don't need a lot of product, but if it's high quality, it's making all of the difference. It's leaving you with mediocre results or like poor results to very magical effects that you can achieve with proper resin and proper products. But I also know that at the beginning of my journey, when I was testing all of those different products myself, and I was buying here and I was buying there, and I didn't know that you can actually make things work with less amount of pigments, and how to properly work with the pigments so you can achieve different effects and shades and opacity, and how to make like one full painting with just two pigments and you have like a lot of different shades in there, or three pigments. I was just like, I didn't know how to do that. So I was buying like 10 different shades of blue, 10 different shades of, no, maybe not 10 shades of green, but 5 different shades of green. And I was buying paste and mica powders and alcohol inks. I'm having full closet of art materials that I haven't even used till now. And there was like, you know, those occasional promotions and sales, and I was getting more and more and more and more. So I know how it is to overspend on art materials, and it's starting to add up, you know, because oh, here I need to get some crystals, some canvases, some gesso, some resin, some pigments, some glass, and at the end of the day, the bill is so high, and you don't even use sometimes 10% of the package. So I'm here also, and I have also dedicated information in the guide to talk about which products are really essential and you need to have. You have to have them to start creating. And what is really like not necessary. So you don't have to spend so much money on the materials. And last but not least, there's so many different beginners mistakes, and also different situations that you could actually avoid if you would knew how to handle them from start. And you can avoid you know, spending, using all of this material and then being left with the painting that you actually don't really like, right? So if you want to have if you want to start kickstart your art journey, resin art journey, and if you want to learn more, just get the free guide. And in case you want to have the guide and the intro training in a way of more video trainings, and also you want to see the colorants, the glitters, the resin, what is the proper resin, how it looks like, a little bit more details how to get prepared for your journey, you can also get the video course on Teachable, but this course is gonna be around 7-8 euro at this moment, the intro video, because I need to host it on the platform where I need to cover all of those costs of subscription to have it there for you. So it's up to you. You can get free PDF or the more video form of the training. Down below are gonna be the details, and you want to find more tips and trick and do and don'ts, and see some project with me, you know, pour some project with me, or take your skills to the next level. If you're more advanced and want to take your skills to the next level, I'm gonna list some information about courses as well. But subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna show up here. The more of you are gonna subscribe, I'm gonna show up here more and more often. I'm gonna post more and more content, and I'm gonna give you as much value as I can possibly can. But this guide, really guys, I wish I had an option to get this guide 3 years ago when I was first starting out and I didn't know what the heck I'm doing. So don't waste another minute, grab it now while it's still for free, and let's kickstart your art resin journey.